Misinformation is a deadly and dangerous thing. Whoops. I have to say I have fallen, both victim and villain, by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage no mere veneer of vanity is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant and vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified in its power to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguard and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. I love V for Vendetta, but that was not what I wrote in the script. Focus. Doing it wrong again. I have to say I have fallen victim to both learning misinformation and teaching it, and I'm not too proud to say I have taught you the wrong things. Because I've learnt all my stuff from a huge variety of different sources, if one of those sources of information gets tainted by even a little droplet of misinformation, then it taints the whole water source. And when you learn something from this source of information that actually tends to be wrong, and someone like me comes along and teaches the people, the mass of people, the same thing that you get taught which is wrong, then you teach people wrong things. And it's not like I've learned something that was tiny and little and insignificant that I could just brush off my shoulder because I probably wouldn't even say anything. It's the big stuff that I've taught you which is wrong. And it was only until recently that somebody actually posted a comment, that was way too many actuallys, posted a comment on my video saying, "This is wrong." I don't know what accent he's got, but kind of like, you know, one of these ones in my head. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Yeah, I can give you a list of things which are wrong. And I said, yeah, why not? Just give me a list. I private messaged him back, give me a list of stuff which is wrong. I looked through the list and he turned out to be right. Bad mistake on my behalf. And I really think that the reason that nobody's picked up on my incorrectness until recently is because one, I've only just become popular enough, 4,500 subscribers, thank you very much. And B, people who want to learn how to lucid dream go on my videos. People who already know how to lucid dream won't need to. So what have I done which is wrong? Well, it's nothing big, you know, just got confused terms, method and technique, and some of the techniques which I taught weren't actually the techniques that should have been taught, and I taught you methods which didn't exist. But nevertheless, I have taught you correctly. Everything that I have expressed during my videos have been true. It works, but I just give the things the wrong names. And I really need to, you know, rail it back in and say what the names actually are and stuff. I won't do that now because I don't know if there are actually names per se to the stuff that I've taught you. But it works. If you've learned from me, it works. The YouTuber actually sent me a link to a website which is like a blog, like a forum website. It's a very good one about lucid dreaming. The link's in the description box below, or as Wheezy Beta calls, the doobly doo. I'm on a swivel chair. I think the main thing that I've done wrong is I've confused the terms method and technique with each other, not just with the definitions of the word or what the methods or techniques are, but I just confuse them. And the example that this character, I can't remember his name or his username, gave was that a method never changes. And the example that this guy gave me, I think it was a guy, it could have been a woman, I don't really remember, but the example that he gave is that methods never change. It's like changing a light bulb. He said, you turn the light off, take a bulb out, put a new one in, turn the light on, method. The things that change are techniques. I mean, you could wear gloves to take off the light bulb, you can use your feet, you can use a little contraption, but the method never changes. You have to switch off the light, take the bulb out, put a new one in, switch on the light. That never changes. Unless you're risky and you don't even turn the light off, you just hot bulb, boom, new one in. Don't care about electricity. This is coolness here. And he referred back to the book Exploring the Dream World by Dr. Stephen LaBerge and some other bloke which I can't remember his name, which is known as the Enauronauts Bible, which makes Stephen LaBerge God, because God wrote the Bible, as we all know. I don't actually have my copy here, I left it in my mum's library. It's a little present for her. She will watch this video and she will know that the lucid dreaming book's in her library, along with her daily life book. I forgot to tell her. Hi Mum. Now this book indicates that there are just two methods. There's the wild method and the dialed. Dialed is when you become aware that you're dreaming in a dream, and wild is when you fall asleep consciously. That's it. Then you have techniques that will help you either achieve a dialed or a wild. So for example, you've got a mild technique which helps you achieve a dialed. Get it? Now, these techniques will change. People come up with their own different ones. Wild is kind of like a technique and a method at the same time because there is a wild technique. But for example, filed, finger-induced lucid dreaming technique, that's when you pretend you're playing the piano when you're falling asleep, and then that makes you fall asleep consciously to achieve a wild. So 2 methods, dialed, wild. Remember that. As a result of this misinformation that I have just become enlightened to, I have stopped writing the complete guide to lucid dreaming, which means that you need another way of learning how to lucid dream, and I expect you to buy Dr. Stephen LaBerge's book, Exploring the Dream World. So sorry that I've misguided all of you, but hopefully you'll take your chance to buy the book off eBay. It's like £5, if that. Bye!